Welcome to our meeting today on Tool 11 High Performance Work System Gap Analysis. My name is Christy Georgie. During this presentation, I will define a high performance work system, or HPWS, describe its four components, outline how Tool 11 measures these components, provide real-world examples using this tool, and explain the process needed to implement an HPWS in your workplace. So let's get started. What is a high-performance work system? It is a combination of HR practices, work structures, and processes that maximize employee knowledge, skills, commitment, and flexibility. It is important to note an HPWS is not a one-size-fits-all model or easily replicated. In fact, it is designed to generate strong alignment between your organization's competitive strategy and goals. For this reason, each HPWS is designed specifically for your organization's needs and wants. A HPWS is comprised of four components: performance management, reward management, talent management, and learning and development programs. These four components are practices that can be used independently. However, when they are bundled together, the effect is much greater. These bundled components result in an HPWS. The component of performance management focuses on ensuring organizational goals are met and aligned with strategic objectives. Reward management confirms employees are rewarded on performance and recognized for their contributions. Talent management focuses on identifying, recruiting, and retaining talent, as well as creating a decision-making culture. The final component, learning and development programs, invest in enhancing current and additional employee skill sets. Now that we know what an HPWS is, let's discuss how Tool 11 measures these components. This is an image of Tool 11. The HPWS component column has been added to show which components align with the strategic HPWS areas listed. As you can see, Tool 11 does an adequate job of measuring high-performance work systems. All components are covered in the tool, some more heavily than others. However, the tool could use some improvements. By adding instructions, providing an HPWS definition, strengthening the talent management area, and establishing a measurement scale, the tool would be more effective. So we know the tool adequately measures high-performance work systems. Now let's take this a step further and review the results of using this tool in the real world. Employees from 3 different organizations were given Tool 11, which included a definition of HPWS. They were asked to reflect on how they felt their organization performed in each area and rate each component on a scale from 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. Here are the results. Let's first examine Company A. As you can see, the results are not good. Every area received a score of 1, and the feedback consisted of employees being disengaged and unmotivated. Goals are not cascaded down, as well as little to no attention given to individual goals. Workloads are uneven, with some employees working tons of overtime to complete tasks. However, individuals receive the same rewards. In addition, no learning and development programs exist. These efforts are resulting in squeezed profit margins for the organization. Now let's take a look at the results for Company B. These results are drastically different than those of Company A. Overall, employees mentioned being engaged and committed to the current and future needs of the organization. Each year, the CEO cascades corporate goals to all employees and asks for alignment of individual goals. These goals are reviewed quarterly, and a corporate update is provided. The organization rewards employees on individual and corporate performance and has an extensive learning and development program in place. It is not surprising that Company B is experiencing its highest profit margins to date. Last but not least, let's see the results from Company C. These results are average and indicate work functions are being completed, but discretionary performance is at a minimum. Employees have individual goals, but do not receive cascaded corporate goals. Rewards are based on individual performance, and some learning and development programs exist. While the organization has made a conscious effort over the past few years to reduce cost, they are seeing no change in profit margins. So when we look at the results of these three companies side by side, which company do you want your organization to replicate? I think it's safe to say Company B. In fact, when all employees surveyed were given these results and asked which company they would want to work for, 100% also said Company B. The question is now, what can we do to implement a high-performance work system at your organization? To implement a high-performance work system, it takes 6 steps. The first step is to build a business case for change. This step will entail obtaining buy-in from senior management and convincing employees change is beneficial. It is encouraged to enlist a member of senior management to sponsor the implementation. Next, the organization must define objectives and establish priorities. It is imperative to think about current and future practices so the HPWS can be easily adjusted in the future. The third step is to involve all employees. It is important to include everyone in the decision-making process for change. Next is to plan the implementation. A leader should be assigned with resources and a timeline established to ensure success. The most important step is implementation. Up to this point, 20% of time should have been spent on planning. Now is the time to allocate the remaining 80% to actually implementing the plan. Having a leader with project and change management experience will make this step easier. The final and ongoing step is evaluation. A process audit should be performed to ensure all steps in the implementation plan were executed. In addition, employee surveys should be offered to provide feedback. If your organization follows these 6 steps, you should be on a path to a successful implementation. In review, and to wrap up, utilizing Tool 11 can help your organization define its current situation and identify ways to become more strategic. It will also help you gain valuable feedback from employees and insight into their thoughts and feelings about the organization. With this information as a base, and using the 6-step process to implement a high-performance work system, your organization should see increased performance, improved efficiencies, and larger profits. As we discovered in our real-world examples, a high-performance work system will help you move your organization towards strategic human resource management. Thank you for your time.